conclusion, I taught myself that nature is what governs me. So if we look at it from a 360-degree perspective, right? Like my fingerprint looks extremely similar to a tree stump.
Yeah. And all tree stumps don't have the same prints.
Absolutely. And also too, like if you look at a plant and its roots, it looks like our nervous system. If you look at a hurricane, right? And how it's shaped, it looks like our ear. You got the eye of the storm, you got the little spirals around it.
Yeah.
It looks like our ear. So I'm like, okay. Based off of biblical teachings,
Hold on.
we in every God's
Use
in
all that
everything.
again. I'm about to go. What improvements do you believe the original people need in order to improve in society?
It's simple. Communication. Communication is the biggest key. We don't communicate with each other, and we should. Like, we need to love each other, because everyone else does, so why not us?
Thank you.
What's going on, family? Welcome to another edition of the Lead Your Lineage podcast. We are the #1 podcast for individuals that are seeking to end generational dysfunction. What's good, cousin?
That slushy. That mother hole. Hey, that smoothie. It's a smoothie, though. I just like calling it a slushy. That smoothie, that's what's good, man.
What's in it? What you got in
Let
it?
me take another sip.
Nah, you
Man,
ain't sharing.
Hey,
That's
man,
crazy.
hey, you know what,
Wow,
cuz?
you know what I'm
I said, I told
It be
cuz
your own
this.
people,
I said, cuz, you come over all the time. I'm tired.
I'm tired of trash.
I'm tired of telling you can have stuff. Hey, cuz, you can know that you can have it. Hey, cuz, nah, get it yourself now. I told you, from now on, you get it yourself. Nah.
People, man.
Hey, for real, man. You come over here too much. I ain't about to be off you.
Nah, he
You
did.
can make it yourself.
He did. I give him that.
I told cuz, from now on, you make your own self. I said, cuz, from now on, I said, from now on, after this day, I'm letting you know. You can have what you want in the crib, whatever you want in the fridge.
Absolutely.
But I ain't fixing it for you no more. I ain't fixing shit else for you, cuz. Lead my lineage like this. This is how we lead our lineage today, man. This is how we lead our lineage, man. I'm leading it by saying, look, my casa is your casa. Because that's how they live with everybody else family, bro. Everybody else family go in the fridge and do whatever they want. You know what I mean? Like, man, food, as long as you have respect, you know what I mean? People ain't gonna go in there and eat your last, but if you got, oh man, cuz got a lot of this, let me get a couple of these, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be, man, cause we family. Food ain't nothing, man. We gotta get that back into the black community. Where grandma house, everybody grandma, you go in grandma house and eat all the food. You remember that's what we used to go to when you didn't have a plate, was grandma house. We getting that back in the black community. That's what we need.
How you out here preaching today? I see. But yeah, man, how's your week been? How you feeling? What's good?
My week been great, cuz, man. Getting these kids together, man, teaching these kids, teaching myself, reminding my kids, let me rephrase that, reminding my kids, reminding myself, reminding my wife reminded me, my kids is reminding me as well. Just working, cuz, working on Lead Your Lineage podcast. We switching up things, you know what I mean? Working with the original people in the Eugene, we switching up things. I just realized that, man. Hey, we switching it up, cuz. Evolving, man. Cause you gotta work that out, you know what I mean? Cause think about it, cuz, when you first working that piece of dough, have you ever cooked piece of dough, like made it raw before it was like?
No, I've never made it.
Okay, so at first it's like thick, you know what I mean? Then we gotta work it out. We working it out, you know what I mean? Until we get that right thickness. You know what I mean? Until we get that right thickness, and we can put that.
That's soon though.
What, you trying to do that?
Make a pizza, yeah.
You wanna do that together, guys? Come on, man. Hell yeah.
We should.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
For real, man. We because be doing stuff like that, man. That's why, cause we need to start doing that in people's family more. Maybe our kids be like, man, dang, you be saying, our parents just always get together and cooking, and then they do it, then they kids do it, and they kids do it. For real.
Absolutely. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'd be down to do that for sure. Yeah, just let me know. Just let me know when. I'm with it.
I got you, cuz.
I'm with it.
I got you. What's the most? Cuz, hey, look, man. Cuz, can I hit him with your food name? Or are you trying to save that? Your food name?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, meals from the brother.
Oh man, cuz, hey, cuz, I'm telling y'all, cuz, maybe some nuggets.
I'll be on the lookout. You know what I'm saying? So it was technically fried oyster mushrooms. You know what I'm saying? We diced them up nicely. We let them marinate in a little season, a little drip, with a wet batter. Then we put that thing in the dry batter. Then we fry them things up to perfection.
Cuz did his thing.
And grapeseed oil. You know
Cuz did his thing, man.
You know.
He had me stuck on them fried oysters for months. I said, man, you know, man, cuz, man, he done had me, and I kept going about it. I didn't follow us personally, man, on Instagram, man. Sean Washington on Facebook, Taron, I'm Ronald Shumpert on Facebook. But anyway, I done tagged him. Told him, dang, cuz, look, my nuggets looking better than your nuggets. Hey, I'm feeling it. You know how it is, especially as man. You know, your big cousin. Yeah, what? I didn't tag. Oh, you talking about, I did tag you.
You tagged me, but that ain't better, though.
Cuz, man, I ain't gonna lie, man.
Hey, watch out for the backdrop, too, cuz.
Oh, yeah.
We don't want to tear. We just got this thing. We don't want to tear it up.
You know how black folks is. We tear it up. Yeah, cuz but that's dope, though, man. A lot of people skip over the message right there. That's like, dang, you know what I mean? You know, you didn't taught your cuz how to make something that's, you know, can taste just as good as the chicken nugget, but it's healthier. You know, it's the healthier choice. I pass it on to my daughter, and so on and so on. That's
a small part, which is a huge part of literally ending generational dysfunction. Like the way we eat, like the way we sleep, the way we breathe, the way we live. Like there's so many different ways.
How your sleep pattern? You what kind of sleep pattern you got?
Mine is low key trash right now. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Cuz can't stay over. After cuz got a certain bedtime. After cuz get past that bedtime, cuz get to looking at you like
about
we ain't even cool no more.
About 10, look, hey man, I don't care what y'all talking about. Look, it's 10.
I promise. Cuz don't care what.
It's in the best interest of everybody in this house, including myself and excluding myself.
Oh, because be like, hey,
10,
it's over, man. It's over. All conversations.
Especially during the work week, like,
man.
Man.
That's what I love about you though, because Big Cuz stand 10 toes on all his methods and all his values in life, man. He stands 10 toes no matter what I call him. I could call him a lollipop or say he don't care. He can like, all right, if that's what you want to call it. He don't care. He going to sleep. That's what he tell me every time. Look, there's no perspective. I'm sleep because
I'm happy for you. I'm happy you feel that way.
Oh, I love that about you though.
But yeah, my sleep pattern. So I'm looking to be more effective in the time that I am up and being more productive and not being consumed in busy work.
What that look like?
So essentially developing. So I made some pivots within my business and how I'm moving in entrepreneurship. Mm-hmm. So it's a level of like studying that goes into it while also maintaining a routine of working on myself. Mm-hmm. But also getting into like a rising routine where as soon as I wake up, I'm doing X, Y, and Z. Mm-hmm. Instead of going straight to work. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm easing my way. I'm waking up, like I'm getting up extremely early, like earlier than the most before the sun come out. But like I'm working my way into the day. Instead of like I got up, we gotta get to it. All right, boom, hey, what's going on? What you doing? What we gotta do today? Nah, I'm just like, okay, let me ease my way into it. Get some stretching in, drink some water, eat me some seeded grapes or something, make me a smoothie. Get on my business coaching call. Like I'm easing my way into it. So I'm figuring all that out right now, working different times to go to sleep, but like after 10 p.m., yeah,
You
I'll
know,
let y'all tomorrow.
you ain't lying. You ain't lying. You ever heard of that method? I don't know the correct name for it, but it's like something you stand up, you stand in line with the sun, so you wake up around sunset.
Yeah,
You go-
you
know,
circadian rhythm.
Something like that. And you go to sleep when the sun go to sleep. You know, you eat around when the sun is at its highest peak and all of that.
That's the type of lifestyle I'm literally cultivating right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So tell me this, cuz how in your mind, when you get your stuff, cause you gonna get everything you want. What's your house
I
gonna
received that.
Yeah,
I received that.
is, cuz you gonna get everything you want. How you gonna want
Absolutely.
your house, man? Like you want it, cause I know you always say you want it nature, man. But explain to them, cause they don't know you like I know you. Why do you want it to be nature, cuz? Why you so involved? Why you so spiritual? Why you so nature? What made you be like that, cuz? Why do you want to be? Why do you care about that? Shaman.
A few years ago, I ran into an older gentleman, and he said something very profound to me and stuck with me. He said, "You're gonna have to find something in your life that governs you." I was like, okay. And I'm not religious, so I'm like, okay. So religion just didn't align with me on that level. Like I love all the spiritual books, but just religion just doesn't fit into the aura of myself. So okay, I received that. You know, I'm like, okay, what does that look like for me? So I went on a journey to really figure that out, and I came to my own conclusion. I taught myself that nature is what governs me. So if we look at it from a 360-degree perspective, right? Like my fingerprint looks extremely similar to a tree stump.
Yeah. And all tree stumps don't have the same prints.
Absolutely. And also too, like if you look at a plant and its roots, it looks like our nervous system. If you look at a hurricane, right? And how it's shaped, it looks like our ear. You got the eye of the storm, you got the little spirals around it.
Yeah.
It looks like our ear. So I'm like, okay. Based off of biblical teachings,
Hold on.
we in every God's
Use
in
all that
everything.
again. I'm about to go, say that again. Because I'm about to put all that with comedic spirituality.
Okay,
Say that again. Say it again.
What the part about
Okay, the ear, you said the
the
ear.
ear is like a hurricane.
What
It's
you
shaped
said
like a
before
hurricane.
that?
Like our fingerprints or a
Like
tree
the
stump,
stumps.
and and plants' roots look like our nervous system.
That's crazy, man. 'Cause
So before you get into that,
yeah.
the conclusion and summary I came up with on my own, based off my observations and really sitting and meditating on that question, was like everything's connected. Everything is connected. So it's like, okay, I know everything's connected. I can see it, right? And this is my default is logic. So I'm thinking about it before I start feeling it. So like, okay, I see it. This makes sense to me now. I can process it and figure out how I feel about it. So everything's connected. So this nature is what governs me.
It is. And you gotta put it in there that your name is Sean.
Absolutely.
Let them know what your name Sean is. Let them know your name Sean. What Sean means, Sean.
So Sean
Let them know what the Sean.
Sean means earth. Not coincidentally, I'm an earth sign. I'm a Virgo. That's what they call it, Virgo. So everything, it's just me being intentionally aligned with how I came into this earth through my mother.
You act like an earth sign.
Oh, thank you.
You act just like the earth sign. Just like a plant. For real.
Yeah, I'm very grounded.
Yeah.
And I was very grounded before I even knew what grounded was, you know. That's like, yeah, that's how I rock. That's how I rock, literally.
What made you so grounded before you knew what grounded was? What gave you those core values that made you grounded your whole life?
It really started really in sports, to be honest. So I was like 9, 10 years old. That's when it really started, like having that discipline in sports. Cause you got like had to basically get instructions from an authority figure to complete a mission. So I had to be able to respond to these different commands. And like in nature, you gotta respond to these different, you have to respond or resonate with these different universal laws and principles. So it's literally the same type of situation, just different images of it. But it's literally the same thing that goes hand in hand. So it really started with sports for me and developing that discipline.
What was your first sport? Let me guess, man. You was in gymnastics.
Basketball.
I thought you was in gymnastics.
I would. No, I done wish I did gymnastics. I do a lot of, I'm getting into a lot of calisthenic stuff now. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't do gymnastics when I was younger, but that was pretty dope.
He wanted to do a tutu. He wanted to be in a tutu.
Don't listen to him. Here you go.
Cuz said he wanted to be in a tutu.
It'd be your own people. It'd be your own people. We got, here you go.
Cuz wanted to be in a tutu. But nah,
not at all.
But no, that's a good thing though, man. That's a good thing, man. Sports, man. So you said basketball. I do remember, man. Can I tell you one thing? Let me give them a little background of us, man. You know, I keep it 100, man. Back in the day, let's say, you know, I let
today.
people. Not today.
He like to tell
not
stories.
Today.
So.
Nah.
I don't even know what he's about to say, but don't say back in the day and today too.
Hey, look, back in the day, you know what? I don't want to tell a story nowadays. I'm assuming back in the day, cuz used to. Where was you living at? When I used to come over your house.
34th and Gladstone, 33rd and Gladstone, East Side.
Yeah, man. So we used to go to that daycare. What was that daycare we used to go to? Cuz
St. Peter Claver.
Claver Center. Yep, we used to go there all the time, man. Cuz don't remember they used to kick me out and send me to his room. Y'all remember that to me? Cuz what he gonna do? Only thing he used to do was, man, dunk on me, man. I used to go to his house like every Friday, every other Friday anyway, man. He used to have this basement, man. He had this little miniature court, man. Y'all remember those? All the 90 babies. I know y'all remember those.
Price joints.
Yeah, the picture. I used to think you was LeBron James in the boom.
I was in my Kobe bag,
man,
for sure.
Cuz, man, used to terrorize me, man. Terrorize me. I was always a football player, man. Cuz used to my feelings used to get hurt. I used to be like, man, let's just play football, man. I'd rather play football. You know how it is when you little. You're like, I don't want to play. Let's play some football, man. I can't do nothing in this. But yeah, man, that was crazy. I remember those.
And ironically though, like when I got older, when I got
you got trash and I got the hooping on you.
I mean,
go ahead, finish.
Definitely not.
Go ahead, finish.
Like I started loving football more than basketball.
What changed that though, cuz? What made you start saying?
I started watching the Colts.
Oh, that was around the year Peyton Manning and all of them was playing?
Yeah, that's when I was like really like getting success. That's when I was really getting successful.
Oh, I missed them days.
So like that's like I looked up to Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis. And I was like, I want to do that. And like looking back on it now, like the trajectory I was on, I'm basically like the same size as Robert Mathis. So it's like if I really would have applied myself in that area and really was like focused on becoming like an NFL athlete, I could have made it possible.
I believe you, girl.
I'm like but it looked like I didn't know he was like the same like height as me. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen him in like real life. Like bro, it's not
real.
Yeah.
He ain't the same as you, cuz.
Yeah, it may be a inch or half-inch taller.
Is he wide or something?
No.
So he was going against them big bozos, them big old
he's
giants.
Just extra quick and stupid athletic. Yeah, but yeah, he was
Wow.
Yeah, but so it was just like, so that like watching them play, it really inspired me. It's like, this is really cool. I want to go do that.
Yeah.
So I started playing not basketball. I started playing football in 8th grade. And then did it in high school.
Yeah, you was trash ever since.
Nah. But like I still give them buckets today too. So in all sports, I'm really stepping my golf game up though, for real. I'm about to be on this golf course really.
So we need to start changing that in our lineage. We need to start getting more on the golf course.
Yeah, I'm about to get these golf.
I like golf, but I'd rather play tennis. So I like golf. I like tennis. What's the other sport, man? That's it. Golf and tennis, man. I like golf and tennis, man. You know, that's it.
I rock with it. I want to ask you something though.
What's up?
You said you've been rocking with your children and whatnot, and reminding them and whatnot. So, what are some tips that you? So backstory. I personally don't have any children right now. Probably about 10 years out. I ain't got no time.
In 10 years later, you gonna say about 5 more years. Then you go 5 more years later. Give me about another 5 more years.
You never know. But like I desire to homeschool my children when I do have children, right? Yeah. So what tips would you give to someone that is in the process of homeschool, that wants to homeschool their children? What tips would you give them to prepare themselves before going into that?
Stay motivated.
Okay.
Be patient. Be creative. And remember that you're teaching someone, you're reminding someone a way or information to do something or to remember something that doesn't understand not a drop of knowledge. You're just dropping all this knowledge on them, and sometimes I kind of feel like it's putting them in a box. And this is why I say that. It's because, this is why I say I feel like sometimes it's putting them in a box. You know how we teach our kids how to read from left to right. You know what I mean? And then when you teaching them how to write, you be like, okay, when you teach them how to write, you give them a picture, like, go ahead and write. And then they start writing from right to left. You're like, hold on, come on. Now, didn't I teach you how to read from left to right? But they don't put that all together, cuz. They don't put all that together that fast. So you got to remember, you teaching somebody something that they've never been taught before in all different ways, and their brains are creative. So they don't understand that you can read from left. I mean, they don't understand that you're supposed to read and write from left to right, you know? And I feel like that's putting them in the box, because whoever said that we can't write from right to left? Our ancestors used to write from right to left. You know what I mean? So I feel like sometimes we blocking them, because I always say kids always go back to the original things, that's why they poop the original way. That's why they eat the original way. How you realize a lot of kids don't like to eat meat. It's not a coincidence. You know what I mean? It's not a coincidence. So, you know, we gotta follow kids, and a lot of kids like to always write from, especially melanin kids like to read from right to left. That's because that's what our ancestors used to do. So you gotta put all that into it, cause you gotta remember that when you teaching somebody, you're not teaching them, you're reminding them. Cause I tell my daughter this all the time. I'm not teaching you, I'm reminding you. And my daughter, she's 3. Shout out to my daughter. She can read already. She can write. She know how to spell her name. And all this is because, like I said, another tip, you know, you got to make sure it's fun. You got to make sure it's something that they want to do. You got to go at their angle. You got to find something that's appealing to their eyes. So, like, for instance, man, I was teaching my daughter Sunday, because she was having a hard time. Remember, she got to start at Sunday. She know her days of the week, but maybe she'll start at Wednesday and end on Tuesday. You know what I mean? So I had to start teaching her Sunday's the first day of the week. So instead of getting mad at her and yelling at her and all that, because that stuff don't work, I just made a song up. Sunday, the first day, the Sunday, the first day of the week. You know what I mean? Just make a little song, man. They'll start singing along, make a beat. That's what my son and I be trying to make beats. We'll be making beats. We'll be learning. We'll really be doing stuff. You know what I mean? Really going at it. I be going crazy. I be feeling like a whole new man. I'm telling you, man. You gotta go back into your senses when you was a kid. You gotta have your imagination. I be acting like animals and all type of stuff is going on, man. For real, man. And it helps my kids. Cuz be around my kids. My kids are intelligent.
Yeah,
man,
absolutely.
Bro, and it's all this is teaching from a fun. I be having fun sometimes. Sometimes I be like, dang. I remember when I first was doing it, and a lot of times don't second guess. That's another tip. Don't second guess yourself. If it's not working at first, don't think that it's not working. Because at first I was thinking like, maybe I need to start being more serious with my kids when I teach them. Then I start looking like, dang,